2 days in a row, it has been disastrous for the Indian team. It is, of course, the end of day 3, but day 1 was a situation where India would have been the happier of the two teams. Day 2, they plunged into darkness. Day 3, I think it's safe to assume it's all but over. I know there are 4 possible results in a test match, but you can very safely write off 2, one being a tie, the other being an India win. From where you are in the test match at the moment, there seems to be negligible, or no, should I use the word negligible, chance of that happening, or 0% chance of that?
Negligible is fair, right? Never say never and all that, but yeah, never.
So negligible chance of that happening. The 2 most obvious results left from here are either a draw, for which also India will have to fight a lot, but that doesn't seem impossible. But the most probable result from here, of course, is looking like a South Africa win, which would then mean 2 whitewashes in 3 series that you've played at home, and dare I say 2 whitewashes against 2 competitive teams that you've played at home, something that Indian cricket, of course, had never gone through one single whitewash. You might have 2 in a matter of few months, and that, if that isn't the lowest point in Indian cricket, I don't know what is. We'll look back at a day which is one to forget for the Indian team. But before that, just on that subject of the 2 other results that I've eliminated in a tie and an India win, is there any chance? Let's do a calculation. Is there any way that can happen? Because you didn't allow me to eliminate it completely.
See, because let's not be getting ahead of us to that.
Tell me the best case scenario, the miracle scenario.
They bundle them out in the first session tomorrow.
10 wickets.
Yeah.
10 wickets in one session.
That's the only way.
By the way, if that is also to happen, they would have still gotten a few runs. That will still be a target of 350. I'm just saying. Which is also looking at how India has batted in the first innings, where conditions were slightly better, bundled out for 201. There is no way in hell they are chasing 350.
And how historically India have chased in totals excess of 150. 4th innings, we know how bad those numbers are.
It's not happening, that's why I'm saying.
I know, even I know it's not happening, but let's just little safe. So let's put 99.99, right? 0.1 is
the best case scenario and realistic scenario, best case scenario for India would be, it can't happen that they can dismiss them in one session.
No.
Will not happen. Best case, near miracle-like scenario for India would be to dismiss them in 2 sessions. That also is a minor miracle. 2 sessions would still need about 120 runs. 120 runs is 420 odd that you're putting India to chase. On a final day pitch, India ain't doing that. Not happening. Bye-bye, TATA, finish. So no chance of an India win or a tie that I see from here. India draw will be possible. It'll only depend on what South Africa do. What do you expect South Africa to do? How much should they bat till?
If I were them, I'd use the same.
Would you have taken the follow on if you were them?
No.
I will not. Why should I risk my bowlers?
Because the last time a team gave follow on to India in India was
2001?
South Africa. Was South Africa over there?
It was South Africa. When?
19?
No.
2010.
Or 2010?
Nagpur.
Nagpur, yeah.
We got 500 plus. Hashim Amla got a double 100. And then they gave follow on to India. And they won.
I wouldn't have. If I was South Africa, I would have done exactly what I've done right now. Look at that. 4 overs I'm operating at 4 and over. 4.5 in fact. And yeah, I've done exactly what I want to do. In terms of how much I would want to bat, I think anything close to 400, and I'm willing to put this Indian team to bat. In fact, I can come all guns blazing tomorrow, play out just one session. Remember, I don't know how much time I'll have on day 5. Look at this. Today you had 2 extra minutes. Doesn't count for much. But I'm just saying you wrapped up today's day's play even a minute ahead of the scheduled 4 o'clock end of day's play.
No, you're roughly losing about 10 overs a day.
Yeah,
Not-
you are.
not
just saying,
shockingly bad.
If I'm batting out 2 sessions tomorrow, I think South Africa are over batting then, because you're only allowing then room for one good partnership from India, and then what can be a scenario where I can make it 2-0, maybe I'll then have to settle for a draw. So my thing with Australia, with South Africa, is that they just need to time their thing well, and all 10 wickets in hand. I've got the opposition by the throat. Come all guns blazing tomorrow. Maybe promoter Jansen if need be. If he can play exactly how he did in the
Oh
first
no,
innings.
don't tell me that, yeah. Do not go. South Africa,
No
please
gas
don't
ball,
do
no
what
gas
India
ball.
does.
No, but
Muthuswamy, number 3 next
No.
test match, Jansen come.
Jansen,
All their
India-
batters can bat like that.
Jansen
They can bat
to
aggressive.
be that pinch hitter per se.
They don't need. That's what my problem. All their batters can bat like that. This Tristan Stubbs and Tony De Zorzi, Mulder, all can bat like that. Yeah, don't do this, South Africa. Learn from us. Learn from us. If it was India, we've cracked that joke earlier as well. Muthuswamy will be
Opener.
three.
number 3.
No, opener. Kuldeep will be number 3. Good defense.
Kuldeep number 3 for India.
Yeah, good defense. No?
Basically,
please.
again,
Played 100
coming
balls.
back, South Africa just need to be close to 400, and that's it. I think just one session. Put India into bat. Maybe you can come out, bat another couple of overs if that does you any good. But put India into bat. Give yourself
Couple of overs tomorrow.
or second session tomorrow.
Ah.
First session you need to play out. Pile on those 100 odd runs. Get on target 100. Maybe you get to about 80 odd.
400 is what you're
Is
saying.
enough.
500. Make it impossible. 500 after using the hard roller tomorrow. Go now. Go bat.
I would see South Africa doesn't need to really push the issue.
Yeah.
They are sorted. They have won the series. They might as well celebrate now. They won't, but they should pop open the champagne. They've done a fantastic job. They won the series. What should South Africa do? From their point of view, I would assume 500 is a good number for which you need to get 200, because that becomes impossible. Not that India will chase 400. I agree with you.
but
But
200
why
as
do you
well.
want to even leave a slight door open? Why? You bat 2 sessions, 500. You've got 4 sessions. This Indian team barely lasted 2.5 sessions in their first innings. They aren't lasting 4 sessions. With the pitch crumbling, with the spinners coming into play, with Marco Jansen coming into play, they aren't lasting that. What you do with 500, you shut the door down. So I'm saying all South Africa need to do is get to 200. Another 194 odd runs is what they need, right? Get that, which is 2 sessions. By lunchtime tomorrow, which is the second break, lunchtime, India, come on bat. 1 tough session for the day's play ends. And then 3 sessions, day 5 is good enough. Even if you're 10 over short, I think that is what South Africa will do. So eliminating any other result. And that's why I said India, if they go on to bat 4 session and somehow pull off a draw, that in itself will be something for them to take home, which you could then appreciate. We will not celebrate it, because what we have learned from this Indian team, not to celebrate.
Series losses.
Yes. To celebrate, only win. So if India do the unthinkable and with a target of 500, play out 4 sessions and pull out a draw, we will say, okay, so what? But we won't celebrate. Because we have learned this from the management.
From the
Do
head
not
coach.
celebrate.
You cannot
Losses.
celebrate a series loss.
Yeah, no matter how good your effort is. We were told that about Australia ODI series. You know that, right? Now ODI series is starting.
The promos have started.
Do you think, that reminds me, do you think, of course this India is losing this series.
Yeah.
Do you think all will be forgotten very soon? Because ODI will start now?
People will
Rocco
go
is
watch.
back.
We are very short.
No.
memory.
Watch to you and I will. I'm saying, will this test series be done because the turnaround is so small? The actual impact that should happen and actual steps that need to be taken to fix India's test cricket will all be brushed under the carpet, because you have an ODI series starting and the promos are there and Rocco are playing and all the attention will be there. So, and then the next test series is long time away. So you'll forget about everything.
I think there'll be a review for sure. What can happen, because you still have a couple of busy weeks of cricket ahead, maybe you won't come up with a decision straight away, but definitely there needs to be many a serious conversations and a proper review be done about this. There has to be a repercussion. There have to be impacts basis the another series debacle, but perhaps not instantly. It will come, but maybe I see it happening later, not in the coming 2 weeks.
Why not instantly?
It has to be instantly.
I'm saying Indian cricket will do itself a great disservice if you don't take action after this loss as well. As I said, if you are to lose another series at home, and dare I say it could even be another whitewash at home. No whitewash had happened before this. Now to have two, I am not sure how you can continue with that same thought process. Something will have to change. I'll ask you, you both are football fans. If something unprecedented had happened, it can't be a whitewash example because the context is completely different. Something unprecedented had happened, never happened in the history of club, and that got repeated soon after again. What will you do? What is the first step that club will take?
Sack the manager. I'll give you an example whether it's funny you mention it. I've lived through that as a Chelsea fan. 2014-15 Chelsea romped to the title. Season thereafter, things got so bad under Jose Mourinho that in December they were 16th. One spot above the relegation spots. He was sacked. A couple of seasons
And that's
later,
the first step, first mistake. I'm talking about two back-to-back mistakes.
it happened again. 2016-17 Chelsea won the league with Conte. Things started getting worse. They said, no, let's stick with him.
But different coach, no?
Different coach.
I am saying in football, the first time you do something that is unprecedented or you hit a new low, you're done.
You're done.
Here you hit a new low which has never been done, a team coming and whitewashing you at home. That it was a new low. Okay, fine. Maybe you thought, success was coming in white ball cricket, so let's not mix things. But now if you were to have another whitewash at home, I don't think how that is tenable. I just don't see that. Something will have to change. And as I said, we're not just closing our eyes and saying it. That, it is a lot of issues that we've seen with this team, basis which this is happening. So there has to be some sort of an accountability. And I'm not surprised that the team is in this position. I'd love to know the press conference. And I go back to that question again. The message that came on the press conference on the eve of this test match by the assistant coach was, why are you getting after the coach? Why are you not blaming the players? If I'm a player, how do I go into this test match? And now that you are in a position that you are, and we'll discuss India's batting approach, whatever be the reason, whether it's pitch, batting approach, whatever, who's going to take the blame for it now?
The buck always stops, we say, with the manager, right? If we're talking from a football perspective, the buck stops with the manager. Here you can say, okay, captain is young, in transition, team. Then surely the buck has to stop with the coach. All these extreme changes have come about when? When did you decide you need batting up till 8 in Test cricket? When did you decide you needed all-rounders, so many all-rounders in your Test 11? They all coincide with the appointment of a new head coach. You were doing 3 all-rounders prior to this, yes. But that's because you were also playing absolute gadda pitches, rank turners, where you knew you had 3 spinners who'd throw the ball and you'd get spin. This is new. Why do you need a pace bowling all-rounder in your team in India? You don't. Not with the number of the number of spin bowling all-rounders you have. Why do you need 8 batting till 8? You don't. 7 batters should be enough to do the job of their capable batters. That comes from the coaching team. Where does responsibility have to be taken? Where does accountability have to be taken? Coaching team.
There's one common link between the New Zealand debacle and a debacle loading now. Your captain's changed, but the coach is the same. So there's no way I see Gautam Gambhir and his fellow band members not being held accountable for what is now going to be a second series defeat in the last 3 series at home now. So there has to be accountability fixed. That is not to say that these players who make themselves or see themselves in the 11, you've got to be questioning them as well for the way that they showed lack of application in Kolkata, for the way that you assembled a team right now, and on a batting friendly day 3 of this test match, you weren't able to apply yourself again. There are some questions to be asked, and that of course will reflect reflect going on if you were to then have the right set of players and name the right 11. But perhaps because we know how cricket works also, we know the kind of inputs that GG has. You understand that the shake-up that has happened moving away from the conventional 11 to the kind of unconventional 11 that you are starting to see now, also there is an imprint of the coach. So everything in a way, yes, you take some sort of an action right now, you bring in a new coach, and that's the only action that's possible at the moment, be it momentarily. Though even I would love for it to be a longer school of thought that you have separate coaches, white and red. But even if that is going to be a short-term solution, let that be it, because there is no way I see with these tactics, if you're losing a second series at home, there definitely has to be something wrong with the tactics. The world's talking about it, commentators are talking about it. You don't need a second series, in fact, for the world to see that these tactics aren't going to be working in test cricket. Let's also not forget, again, Australia, things could have been much different, but there also, just because it's Australia, you can't forget the scoreline. You had put yourself in a position, you had gotten those winning formulas in place as well, that you put up a fight. This time around, there was no such fight per se as well. So there's no way I see Gambhir lasting now as the test coach of this side. However, I'll be surprised if there's an instant reaction, because you just got a series in another couple of days' time.
That's a different series. It's an ODI series. You got to take a call.
But just
you had a review after the BGT, and you took a hard call that all players have to play domestic cricket. Players paid the price, no? You took a harsh call that families will not travel with players. They have to pay a price, no? That happened immediately. Why will there not be any answerable or person answerable for what has just happened? Has to be instantly.
Also,
you can't brush it under the carpet. If players have, like Virat and Kohli, have had to pay a price for it with not having their families there and letting go of their test careers, it has to be the same. As I said, it's never happened in test match history. And there are enough, you're talking about, if I was in the press conference today, I spoke to you about, that's why, see, it tells you the mentality. When you are defensive, when Sutanshu Kotak came on the eve of the test match and comes and says, you guys are people with agenda going after Gautam Gambhir, why are you not questioning? Okay, fine, you can defend the coach, I'll still take it. But you actually threw the rest of the team under the bus. You said that you're not questioning the team. If I'm a member of the team, I don't know how to take that. I'm not going to give my life for you as a player with this thing. And that it actually tells you the kind of atmosphere there is in the team. And when you go with this defensive attitude, where you're defending, either I'm defending myself or my coterie, where coaching staff is defending coaching staff, then someday captain will come and defend captain. What then stops the player to come and I'm just saying, what was the batting approach in today's game, where they were trying to get to 489 runs in 3 sessions? That's what India was trying to do. They were not ready to bat time, which is what you need in test match cricket. South Africa got to 489 patiently. They batted 6. There was a wrong approach that India had. Now what if a player has to come today, now he wants to get back at the coaching staff, but
can say we were giving this instructions.
Defend his own batter. He says, like Jurel, we all know, has the temperament and the technique to play test match cricket and bat for long. He threw his bat at a short pitch delivery, impatient.
Because?
So if supposing somebody comes and says, he did it because we were told by the management that this is the kind of approach that you need to have. This is the way you have to bat. What can we do? Would the management or the think tank or the support staff then like it? They would not. That's why I'm saying the problem started when you say it on the eve of the test match. And I can't believe that hasn't added to this. Yes, India has been found wanting with their technique. Yes, Marco Jansen has been outstanding. But Kuldeep Yadav at the end of day 2 said it was a road to bat on. By the way, Kuldeep Yadav is not your best batter, but showed it with the bat, or Washington Sundar showed you with the bat, that if you are patient on this pitch, you play conventional cricket, runs will come. Did they not show you that? The problem with the Indian team was their approach. I don't know now who came up with this idea. That's why I said this probably is this, we are this team which you see in T20. We are the best. We are playing at home. We'll show them who the boss is. Come on, we're playing for India. We have the tricolor on our sleeves. That patriotism. that, aura that we have, personality that we have. We are like that. We'll show them who's the boss. In an effect to do that, and it has to be a common thought process, because it's not just one player who did that. It is a discussion that has happened. I don't know who's the one who propagated
all that aura and all is damaged now. It's been blunted out.
Correct, but you went with that thought process, whether it was a KL Rahul, whether it was a Yashasvi Jaiswal.
It should have blunted out after the New Zealand series.
No, but there
how is it carrying for more than a year?
That you didn't have that pitch like that. Now there's a different pitch. It's on a different pitch here because you got a flatter pitch. You said, we'll show you. We'll get 489 quickly. Also, the fault is that's why I'm saying, because this is what you boast about sometimes. See how we batted or how we show them the place. This is how we bat. This is the new age India. This is what we believe in. So what you wanted to show is that not only will we go past 489, we'll go past it in quick time and put pressure on South Africa. My thing is, you were thinking so far ahead. All you needed to do is what was your plan B, which is Sundar and Kuldeep started doing later. If that was your plan A from the top till the end, if everyone tried to go with that approach, there would have been a good chance you may have been sitting at the end of this day at 320 for 4 or something, with a good chance tomorrow to go past that 489 or get close to 489, even if it dismiss, and then let's see what happens. Sometimes funny things happen in a day and a half. You would have had a choice. No, you started calculating like us, like we were doing in the show today. How many sessions left? How many overs? This will be lost. So we have to bat at a double quick time. In an effort to do that, you've ended up paying a price for that. And this is where I say, tell me whose genius idea that was.
And see, if you were talking about changing of coaches and all and wait, my point is, why wait? Your next test series is more than a half a year away. June, July types is when you play. And also, continuing the football analogy, when is the one time a manager is at his most culpable of getting sacked? It's at the time when there's an international break. Why? Because you can get the manager out quickly, and whoever else you have in line, you get him in quickly, so that there's that time where they have to not only sound out a replacement. You've got months. So please go for it.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if looking at this Indian team's calendar, I think 19th of December is the last match that they play this calendar year.
Yes, 11th
after which you play on the 11th of January. Sure enough, by then that's enough time for you to file a detailed review report on this, have a couple of rounds of discussion, and if you do come to a decision, perhaps this will be a window then.
Yeah.
Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not by the end of this match, but surely you will have that window. And if you don't want to create all the tamasha and get the buzz going and create a whole create some sort of buzz around the India, because it's going to be massive. Gautam Gambhir getting the sack is definitely bound to make a lot of headlines, and this will create a lot of ripples in the cricketing community.
You're not looking at that. You're looking at the interests of Indian cricket.
Yeah.
So if that is your forte, how do you you're not here to manage headlines or to manage things. Your job is to fix. See, you took harsh call with players. No, that's what I'm saying. You didn't tell Rohit and Virat to retire. That was their call. But we know that the conversations were had where they were shown a mirror. You had the hard call. Why should that not happen with everyone else?
Absolutely.
You are supposed to have that. Like, listen, this is the chance. Lost here. Sorry, this, maybe New Zealand, we thought, benefit of doubt, longer rope. It's not happened. And as I said, it's not just down to the approach here, which again would have been discussed, would have been decided. I'm sure the coaching staff played a role in this approach of the Indian team. You can talk about the skill of the Indian batters, but I know Dhruv Jurel can score runs in tough condition. He has the temperament, he's shown it. I know Rishabh Pant has. People will talk about, Jansen is better than Tung and Bashir, and I've said that, yes. But it's not that Rishabh Pant hasn't scored runs in tough conditions. He scored it in England, in Australia, and much better bowling attack as well. He can do it. But because of the approach. Because as I said earlier defense was his plan A and attack used to be as a variation once in a while. What you're seeing from him now is defense is gone as a variation and attacking shot is plan A. Nobody can score runs like that in test cricket. People talk about Sehwag, even Sehwag used to be like that. He would defend as well. When he got his chance or got his eye in, that's when he would unleash. And his attacking strokes would also surprise bowlers at some time. That's what Pant would do. So it's not that they can't score runs in this sort of a pitch against this bowling lineup. Sure they can. All of Yashasvi Jaiswal can. KL Rahul has got 100 overseas in tougher conditions against better bowling attacks. They can. Again, I repeat, it is the mindset and the thought process that the team went in, and that's where question needs to be asked. I want to know who decided that. And secondly, we've said it again, not now, from BGT onwards we've been saying it. Your whole way of looking at Test cricket is warped. Changing of batting orders at a drop of a hat. How many number 3s you've changed? Karun Nair has batted at number 3.
Sai
Sudarshan has batted at number 3. Washington Sundar has batted at number 3. Devdutt Padikkal, I think, batted at number 3.
Gill also.
Gill has batted at number 3.
That's 5
in
number
the
5.
last 1 year or so. KL Rahul, I think, got pushed one game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, when Rohit came back.
There are 6, 7 number 3s that I can see. When did that ever happen in Indian cricket? You're still continuing to chase that. Do that in T20 cricket, sir. Where you are saying that we want batter, anyone can bat anywhere. Fine, it works in, can't work in Test. Tell me one thing. You have played Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar as batters. Let's be honest. You're not expecting Washington to win you matches with the ball. You're not expecting Nitish Kumar Reddy to win you matches with the ball. So what have you paid them as?
Batters.
What is their first class average?
Nitish's is 21 approximately.
21, 25, something like that. Washi also, I think at number 7 he's still sort of okay. He's batted 6, 7, 8 the most in domestic. He hadn't batted number 3 ever, which you made him bat.
Is this Washington Sundar? No, we want Washington. So Nitish, he said 21.
And 28 is his international average. His
So Nitish Kumar Reddy with the 20, you're not using him as a bowler. 28 batting average. You're telling me you don't have better batting average than 28? You don't have better batting average than 39 of Sai Sudarshan in domestic cricket?
In fact, Washington has a better average than Sai. He's at 43.
Yeah. But please.
But that's also batting lower down the order.
Fair still.
Yeah.
No, he's batted higher up also.
And a batting
never number 4 though.
No,
number
I think he's batted at 3 and opened also, if I'm not mistaken.
But
Once
this
in
is
a while.
the average 43 years for his test. So 17 tests, 43 is very good. I'll still take that.
No, I'm talking about first class averages. You
First class averages though.
You bought him into Test cricket as a batter, na?
Yeah.
Nitish Kumar Reddy is a batter, na? Sai Sudarshan is a batter, na? In Test match cricket.
39.
Sai Sudarshan came in after good IPL. Nitish Kumar Reddy came in after good IPL. Washington Sundar has come because he's been a consistent member of your white ball cricket. How much? 29 is Washi's first class average. You're telling me you're bringing in players into Test match cricket with 20 averages?
Meanwhile, the 41s are still slugging. Okay?
67 is sitting out. Not even part of your A team.
Yeah.
Sarfaraz is sitting out with 67 average. There is a host of other batters of much higher averages. I gave example. I think Sheikh Rashid has been having a good time. Rinku Singh has been having a good time with the bat. You've got Baba Aparijit, who's been having a good time with the bat. So the people who are grinding it out in red ball cricket at 45, 50 averages, 60, 60 averages, they are not considered. Why? They don't play IPL, sir. They didn't have a good IPL season. I'm picking my test team based on IPL. Let me remind you, Harshit Rana also came into the test setup. Now he's not there. Came into the test setup after a good IPL.
Correct.
So you're watching IPL, you're picking your test team. Temba Bavuma does not play IPL. Temba Bavuma is not even part of that T20 squad. But Temba Bavuma is their captain, who played a match-winning knock and knows how to captain in test match cricket.
Rinku Singh has an average of 59.3 in first class.
Yeah.
59.3.
Yeah, but he's not considered. That's what I'm saying. There are people in 60 averages in first class cricket. They're not making a test squad. Who's going to answer that? Who is going to be seeing that?
At the moment, again, it's that obsession of having the same people play across all 3 formats. The value of specialists, forget it getting dropped. It's been nullified now.
Then
you want players who play all
it's not
formats.
About all formats. I'm saying Arshdeep will say play me all format. He doesn't get to play the format that he's best at, T20 cricket. Because it's not an obsession about same players playing all formats. Obsession is any player who can roll his arm over and can bat will come. That's why I'm saying the greatest achievement of Kuldeep Yadav has not been the man of the series winning performance versus West Indies or being the highest wicket taker here for India in the first inning. His greatest performance is he batted more than 100 balls. Now he'd feel happy because now they won't drop him because he can play 100 balls, because that's the mindset that you go with. You don't look at the wickets that he picks. I go back to Ravichandran Ashwin. Today he's been very vocal on X. Don't tell me he doesn't carry a residue of what or how he was treated. In a way, he's kind of telling you that, see, this is what I was being saying. He was made to sit out, and again, nothing against Washi, but
because Washi could bat.
Yeah.
He came your regular. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. If today Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh were playing, maybe they wouldn't have got a chance. Kumble wouldn't have played because he can't bat. So you needed a thing. They would have asked Zahir Khan, can you bat? No. Let's not have. Let's play from Bengal, that all-rounder, Lakshmi Ratan Shukla.
Oh, you could play Rajat Bhatia.
Rajat Bhatia would play ahead of Zahir Khan. And then after one good inning, then Ashwin must be wondering, why did my best time not come now, yaar? Because he got those hundreds with the bat. He would have been batting number 3.
What, 5 or maybe 6, I think it is. 600s.
Yeah, he would be wondering, na.
Yeah.
I wish this thought was there when I was
scoring all those
hundreds. Maybe I would have been the new number 3 batter for India.
And it isn't even formats at this point in time. We're talking about formats or players who play. Sanju's at least been looked at in ODI and ODI or mostly T20 cricket. His first class average is 39. And that's bad. My point is, if you were looking at it from a format perspective or same group of players, he would have been playing here as well. He doesn't play here also.
No, where he has an average of 50, he doesn't play.
Exactly. So the number of mind-boggling kind of decisions that are made at this point in time, there's too many to count.
Someone has to be answerable. And again, I'm not absolving the Indian team batters. I think they needed to put up a better fight. But I know that these batters are capable of doing that. There is something amiss there. Maybe the messaging that has gone in the last year or so in terms of how your selection is happening, how much confidence you're giving them, where to bat, what messaging you're telling them to do in a match like this. If I was the captain or the coach, I would tell them, don't worry, 489, don't take stress. It seems very long, but test match is a game of patience. Whether we win or not, we don't know. We'll think about it at the end of day 3 today and reconfigure and decide what to do. But today, just spend your time on the crease, play your natural game. Let's see where it takes us. Then we'll take a call. That's how Test cricket is approached. No, you came out, I don't know with what mindset. You were told to bat like Travis Head. Boss, Travis Head can do that. He's opening and he has 10 other batters to handle, and then they're chasing also a very minuscule total where you can afford to take that risk. India took that risk in Cape Town, it paid off. Because you're chasing a small total, you can do that. You're here chasing 489. 489 doesn't come overnight. It will not come in. You may want the game to fast forward because you are so desperate to get ahead in the series, but it will not happen. But that's where the management comes in. Nobody. That's why I'm saying, yes, players also need to be asked those questions. But then how much confidence you're giving? Who's going to ask questions of Rishabh Pant, the captain, or whether, I don't know if it was his captaincy or whether it was a thought process, or even if he was doing that. I said the longest spell bowled by an Indian bowler was 7 overs of Kuldeep Yadav for a spinner, 5 overs for Washington Sundar. These are the longest continuous spells that they've got. 17 overs for
Simon Harmer.
17 overs at a stretch. That's why he's picking up wickets. That's the secret of a spinner picking wickets on a pitch that's not helping. Okay, let's say Pant was making that mistake. Couldn't a message have come? What do you discuss in the lunch time, in the tea time? What does the bowling coach, the batting coach, the head coach tell? Boss, I think you need to be a bit more patient, give him some more time. Kuldeep is a match-winning bowler. That's how Kumble would pick wickets. That's how Harbhajan would pick wickets. They would bowl 15, 16 overs in the trot. You don't trust your, again, white ball mentality.
Ashwin Jadeja.
Do everything
Jadeja.
quickly. Yeah.
As a duo.
Jadeja would bowl on, I don't know how many overs on a trot.
And that's how they create openings eventually, because you keep being patient. And as a bowler, you're just one ball away. But you need to have that patience. You need to have the ability to bowl long spells. More importantly, your captain needs to trust you to be able to do that. Are you telling me that Kuldeep Yadav, one of your best spinners, can't bowl longer than 7 overs? You're kidding me. What is he being saved for?
I know all the things that we're pointing out. I'm sure all of you watching us also. It's not rocket science, right? Everyone sitting in their living room, on the ground, watching it on their TV, would be holding their heads and saying, why is this happening?
This is, I think it's a false sense of confidence, bravado that this team has around them. And they've been very lucky, I would say, some guys, including members of the staff as well, because of what had happened and the fact that there weren't immediate decisions that were taken then and things were being allowed to move at the pace and the way that they were moving. There are very few lucky people out there. And I think you were only testing your own luck in a way by carrying on with that same mentality, by taking your batting for granted, I would say. And this is all that falsehood that you had surrounded yourself and this dystopia that you had around. All of that is now coming to the fore, and see, there will be repercussions for sure. Let's make no mistake, it may happen again instantly, it may happen over the course of the next few weeks, but no way. You talk about things going into an abyss. This is things going to the dogs. Let's make no mistake about it. You are on the cusp of a second straight series defeat in 3 series at home, and this calls for serious thought, serious introspection and thought, because this is also, if you've got at the highest level an Indian represent the whole sport, if you've got yourselves as one of the strongest boards out there, how are you upholding test cricket? This is not how you will uphold test cricket. And what's the sort of messaging then if the strongest board can get around? And this is a lesson to the BCCI and to the concerned stakeholders as well. You may have all that power and everything, but test cricket has to be played the conventional and test cricket way. If you will, this is again, we may not again see that happen right now, but for the second straight time, if the strongest board, the one that has 38% revenue in the ICC revenue stream, is not able to make it to 2 WTC cycles, and they realize that the test cricket is in doldrums, I wonder how BCCI will be headed in that direction, where you give the WTC a lot of encouragement going forward. You will then be looking at the World Series and all of these other. You will then be looking at
making the WTC final now. Oh, you're playing away.
You're playing 2 away.
Sri Lanka and New Zealand.
Correct.
What do you expect? You're not going to whitewash those series and win. No.
In a best case, let's assume you even managed to whitewash Sri Lanka. New Zealand, that ain't happening. I think that's an absolute best case. That's being very
Australia when you come here. And Australia comes here.
Australia will come here and this time finally get that series win that they were denied the last time they came here. On lottery pitches, they very nearly
even if you win, series will not be good
you'll
enough.
need to win. You'll need to whitewash
I
them.
think that WTC is done. Last WTC, you were on cruise control. You were going to reach the final until the New Zealand series happened. You lost it, gone. This time, this series is also your death knell. One more WTC is gone. You got to accept. And if this doesn't, for 2 WTC cycles in a row, you can't make the final and things don't change. I don't know what will get things to change. I'm going back to the other, question from India's batting lineup. So explain, you guys are wise people. KL Rahul 37 batting average is a permanent starter in Indian team. SARFARAZ with a 37 batting average is out of the team. Not even part of A team. And I'm saying 37 batting average in test. His first class is 67. My point is, you don't have faith in his batting, that's why you're gone. So how is it that you have faith in 37 batting average of KL for 67 test matches, and you've given up hope on a SARFARAZ, a 37 batting average in 6 test matches or whatever?
Yeah, with SARFARAZ, let's be very honest, there is more than just his numbers. I don't think with Sarfaraz this is a case
okay.
of his numbers.
Okay, if it's whatever it is it above the pride and honor of the country? Because these are the words thrown at us, na? Pride, honor, that comes from it. Let's say you have a prickly issue with him, whatever. If
Or
he
just
can be,
or just flawed perceived notion.
even if it is an issue, let's say,
Okay, let's assume that that's
there is an issue.
Let's assume.
Is it bigger than you not wanting to win a test match, or as you say, the pride of the country? If I have a resource that can help me get better in a sport, am I not supposed to, if that irritant exists, to ignore that? Is it, as I'm saying, it's a question of getting your priorities right. If you had trouble with him let's assume on one occasion you thought that he shouldn't have said something about the dressing room to somebody. Assume. Okay, fine. What are you going to do? Warn him, punish him, keep him out of one series? What are you going to do? Discard him totally?
Now you have.
Yeah. No, but my point is this. Don't you have the bigger picture in mind? You say, na, pride of the country, that comes first. Nothing above. So, is that important? Is that Karun Nair was shunned after one series. So what is different in Karun Nair and Sai Sudarshan? So
Age.
Sai will get more. So then why don't you see the same age with KL Rahul, Sarfaraz also? KL Rahul is still your upcoming player. He and I think Karun are same age.
Roughly, yeah.
Then
I think with KL,
what? I can't understand any of this
yes,
logic.
These
That's why I'm saying explain this logic.
No,
justify
there
this logic.
There is none. I can't come up with a single justification. I can't understand what the logic is for picking teams. See, both are 33.
Then,
KL and
so Karun is old at 33.
He's over the hill.
KL is future at 33.
KL's been the future for 10 years now.
Same age.
KL has been the future for 10 years now.
Tall at 5 feet 7 inches. He's short at 5 feet 7.
Make it make sense. See, there is no sense here because there's no rationale to any of this. There isn't. This is the same board, by the way, it said all players must play domestic cricket. Okay. Then surely the selections must also be made on the basis of that domestic cricket, na? Then what is the point of making those players play domestic cricket?
No, they say that, but actual selection happens through
IPL. Correct. My point is then that these guys should stop playing domestic cricket. Baba Aparajit should try and get into an IPL franchise, have one good knock here or there.
Yeah.
Might help him. Actually, I thought that should have helped Rinku Singh. He's nowhere close to getting a test call-up. He's nowhere close to even getting an ODI call-up.
I think Rinku is making a mistake by not bowling himself. 59. I think if he bowl 59 average doesn't matter. Batting average can be 80.
He's not the captain of KKR.
Also, he's not bowling.
He bowls himself in UP T20 league.
He has to bowl in Ranji Trophy. Let him start bowling. See, I mean, friendly advice to Rinku. Doesn't matter if you don't pick up wicket. Who cares? It's not about the quality of your bowling. It's just the fact that needs to be established that you bowl.
No. At this point, just bowl.
Don't even need wickets now.
Probably
Nitish Kumar Reddy ain't picking up any wickets, but he's registered as an all-rounder. You register yourself.
No, he bowls.
That's what is important.
He should trade in his off-spinners for medium pace. Even better chance.
Yeah. And I mean, you have had one off-spinner in Hammer run through India. The other off-spinner that we have doesn't have a wicket to show. Over 2 test matches.
Washington.
So how does it matter? But it's written, na?
All-rounder.
And remember, again I go back, because they look at, so if they look at IPL so seriously, Gujarat Titans does not bowl Washington Sundar in the IPL.
Yeah, last
they
year
use
he
him
was
as a batter.
Correct.
So, वहीं से lesson ले लो यार.
Please play him as a batter then.
They are playing as a batter.
You may as well.
But poor guy got number 3 one game, next game.
Next game number 8. But that isn't the only one. No, even Karun had the same thing. And that's what even makes it baffling. Sai is probably better. Karun is a top order batter. You made him play at number 6 more often than not in England. And then say, this ain't it. This is not it. But Sai Sudarshan has been consistently flattering to receive. Looks good. He'll get 20 runs.
Eye test. It's past the eye test.
Eye test.
And some guys like Abhimanyu Ishwaran failed the eye test. Because without giving a chance, he's out.
Rajat Patidar, He's been scoring runs as well.
He had one bad series.
Yeah, that England series, he was bad to the eye, remember?
No, right
Do you
now
know?
he's injured.
Right now it's all
Yeah,
different case.
But then he got runs after that. But now you've looked past him.
Abhimanyu Ishwaran to got picked in the team, and then we
He's
we
told for
asked
years.
if he's in the team. Why is he not playing eye test? He's not passing the eye test in the nets.
Then you shouldn't have matches, no? Then you don't need domestic cricket. Just play them in the nets.
On the eye test.
Only eye test.
Call 500 players.
And
see
who
them
looks
in the
best?
nets.
Pick them
Whoever
up.
passes your eye test, play them.
We'll only take pleasant looking players. So all Federers in,
No,
Nadal's out.
Eye test. Steve Smith, you're right. Shivam is right. Steve Smith wouldn't have passed the eye test.
Neither would Marnus. He also is a little eccentric.
Wouldn't have got a chance.
Yeah.
Travis Head wouldn't have passed
By the
eye
way,
test.
if all eye test, Jasprit Bumrah would never have passed then. Unconventional bowling action. MS Dhoni.
Kudos to Mumbai Indians to have picked that.
Yeah.
Eye test.
Eye test, my God.
What can I say? As we discussed earlier, Shane Warne, if he was playing for India, may not have put him in the 11, considering he can't bat. So the choice would have been Tewatia or Warne. I'll go with Tewatia.
Rahul.
He can bat.
Or Shreyas Gopal.
Shreyas Gopal.
He's been batting a bit recently in domestic cricket, and then suddenly people remember, oh, this guy can bat also. Bowls like he's. Remember, it's one IPL, he dismissed both Kohli and AB.
Yeah.
Get him in now. IPL performances. Get him in.
Ashish Dhar says this Indian team should start endorsing a whitewash paint brand.
Actually, that they'll do well because these series and all, you and I keep talking about it, test series. Money is coming from white ball, from IPL. So, endorsement is not a bad option. See, from here also there's something
Positive.
very positive.
ABC paints.
Money.
22.
Doggy Daniel, I'm guessing that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says that we as a country and viewers get so consumed in Virat and Rohit. We loved them, hated them, we bashed them. Others got away. A team full of mediocrity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, not everyone there is mediocre. I think Rishabh Pant is a top class batter in Test match cricket, in the history of Indian cricket. Jasprit Bumrah is one of, if not the finest bowler that you've ever produced. Kuldeep Yadav, one of the best spinners that you
At one
have
point,
in
UC Chahal
world cricket. No, I'm talking about now. Because he's talking about a team
Now.
of mediocrity. So I'm just talking about this. Mohammed Siraj, again, a workhorse and has the skill as well, has won you games in white ball as well as red ball. So it is not Jadeja, one of your finest all-rounders that you've had. So it's not that it's a team of mediocre players. It's just that the way you managed it, you brought them about, the chatter off the field, your thinking in terms of your batting order, selection, all those things, it's absolutely a khichdi.
See, at this point, you have good ingredients. The ingredients are there. But if you've got ingredients to make butter chicken, you're instead trying to make, I don't know.
Khichdi.
No, not khichdi. You're trying to make some other chicken dish. You're trying to make a French chicken dish, which can't be made with those ingredients. No, you need different ingredients. At this point, ingredients are one thing. You're trying to make something else. And what you're getting is kachada.
Yeah. If you're making a pasta, you need olive oil. You can't have sarson ka tel and
Mustard oil.
Mustard oil with saag and all.
Yeah.
refined
You need
dalda.
parsley. You need parsley. You don't need saag.
Yeah. You need a bit of thyme, some parsley, all those ingredients you'll need.
You can't put methi, you know.
Yeah.
We haven't taken that one, Shivam.
Go up. Yeah.
Mayur Kashyap.
Look how Indian cricket has changed in 366 days. This time last year, you were all happy with Oz 12 for 3 and chasing 534 in Optus on this day.
Correct.
Now, sad.
Exactly.
Sad.
Good point, Mayur. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This last 12 months, probably one of the worst phases of Indian Test cricket.
Test cricket. Surely.
Absolutely. One of the worst phases. And that's why I'm saying things will, I hope this is not brushed under the carpet and we don't get consumed by ODI series that's coming up. Sure, we'll watch that. Sure, we'll look at. But the stakeholders of the sport in India need to fix the issue. because there is a big hole and water is leaking, you have to fix that hole. To find a way to fix that.
Don't be rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. The ship is sinking.
Yeah.
Ujwal Anagundi, I'm guessing that would be, says play according to me, that is GG, and don't play a natural game if you want to play.
Well, that can't work. If that is indeed the thought process, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I love Mutton Biryani says extreme disappointment. Hope someone is held accountable.
Sure, surely. You can't go another series whitewashed and there be no accountability and there be no reaction. That'll make you a tepid board. That'll make you a board that, and that'll define then if there's no action, then that speaks of your ambition or the lack of it.
Yeah.
Shiva then says, don't know why some fans are happy to see India fail. I don't think anyone is happy to see India fail, but we've been shouting from the rafters, or not just us, a lot of people have been shouting from the rafters saying this is not going to work. So if it's not working, you then just say told you so.
Yeah.
We've been saying for ages that this approach isn't going to work, and they are still sticking with it, still in the hope that something clicks, but nothing is clicking. Nothing is clicking. Exactly.
Pranav says that the reason why Australia is the greatest sporting nation to ever play the game is that they play young batters, not aged ones.
So we pick young batters.
We play, yeah. He says that Webster, I'm guessing he's speaking of Bo Webster, and Weatherald, age 31, won't debut in India. That's true.
Mike Hussey wouldn't have debuted for India.
Also true.
Mr. Cricket, over 15,000 first class runs.
Very true.
Wouldn't have debuted age 30 plus.
Yeah.
Not chance.
In an Ashes, yeah, they're debuting a Weatherald. India, prime series, big series. How many times will you really have the guts to go ahead and do that?
Yeah. Not at all. Ashish Dhar says, selectors go and watch domestic matches? Question mark. Not sure.
Not sure.
It's a good point. I mean, they used to but now I see, I see selectors all the time during international matches.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, because those games you get on TV, you can watch it. I thought selectors should actually be watching a lot of domestic cricket.
Funnily enough, the ones who do it, who do religiously watch, ironically, comes back once again to IPL. They have their scouts and everything who will actually be scouring and watching domestic games. Why? Because that's what they're paid to do. These guys, they will select teams basis what? Are they watching domestic cricket? I don't think so. It's something that just goes on in the background. I dare say IPL teams care more about domestic cricket than the selectors do. That's a fact. Vaishak says that except Australia and England, India takes other series lightly. But Vaishak, they haven't taken South Africa lightly. The fact that they rolled out a rank turner in the first test shows they weren't taking them lightly. They showed them so much respect, but then you ended up then losing the match. So much respect. Sridhar Savaikar then says, shout out to Shashwat for his prediction about Gautam Gambhir.
By the way, Rohit Sharma was the first. He didn't make a prediction.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, he kind of hinted it. No? First
Champions Trophy.
No, Champions Trophy is now, yaar. Harshit, yaar. When he came at that time.
Is there a quote you remember from that?
Yes, he said something to the effect of that, with different people. Let's see how this goes and things like that.
Hope all is well.
Not all is well. No, he had said that. Rohit Sharma said it. Had said it.
With different people, he'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Yada.
That other comment that he made about Champions Trophy was very recent.
And that was pointed.
And then the retort was, why did we celebrate ODI? What was there to celebrate ODI losses?
I don't believe we as a nation.
That's why I'm saying, if we draw this, let's not celebrate this, because at the end of the day.
No, I'll not celebrate. You've lost another series.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Vishal says Sarfaraz's politics means he's out. KL's almost all format in. Sai's GT tagged in. Sundar's wide ball only in. Karun's basically museum ready out.
Yeah.
And that's the circus.
That is the circle. That's exactly, those are the players. I asked you the question, Vishal heard it, so he's answered on your behalf. I thought you learned men will tell me, solve the Puzzle.
There is no
Why
puzzle.
different standards for different folks? Why?
I wish I could say it was as simple as just team or IPL team loyalty, but it isn't even that. How many KKR players are in this side? None. How many KKR players are in the ODI side? One. Harshit. That's it. And Rinku doesn't play. He doesn't play.
He doesn't make the squad.
He just makes the squad. He's there. Him and Arshdeep are there to become good buddies and bond over the fact that they'd have been playing for India in a different era.
Arvind Atraya says, Nikhil sir, tomorrow KL Rahul's last test innings. Why?
Not a chance.
What are you saying, yaar?
He's a rising star here.
He is your... They have made him ODI captain. I know,
Again.
temporarily. That means you have a lot of faith in him. That means if you're at the World Cup, different formats, if you're at the World Cup and Shubman gets injured, you know who's going to take over at that time.
Yeah.
Then you are saying last testing. What are you saying? Yeah.
And considering
So at that time, I'm pretty sure you may not have to walk up to Rohit. It could happen the other way around.
Who Rohit? Is Rohit going 2027? Do we know that?
And that cannot be ascertained, but
I mean, that's what they were planning. That's good on Rohit that he's stuck around. Saying, ठीक है, I'll keep playing. निकाल, अगर नहीं करूँगा तो निकाल दोगे. We'll see. Do it. This is what Virat should have done in test matches. I repeat.
Yeah, he should have fought.
Should have gone to England.
And tell me, on those placid pitches,
no.
would he not have gotten hundreds?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Exactly.
You have totally gotten hundreds.
Thick skin is needed, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been felt like a home series for him also.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to. Steve Ticklow says earlier we used to say कौन हमें घर पे हराएगा. Now it's like हम किससे जीत पाएंगे घर पे. GG era scripting history. Agree?
नहीं जाया. Come on, you won against Bangladesh, West Indies. Come on, Steve. बराबर हो गया ना. 2 you won, 2 you lost. ठीक है. 50-50. Not
You
that
won
bad.
Champions Trophy.
Not that bad.
Despite being handed one of the...
Test I'm talking. At home. Test at home.
Oh, you drew against England.
Yeah.
It's the accomplishment. But we should celebrate that.
Yeah, but that's away at home.
But we should celebrate that also, no? Technically. It's not a series win. We shouldn't celebrate it. I'm not celebrating that from now on. It's not a big accomplishment. You didn't win the series. Ashish says, what white ball success are we talking about? Dravid has more accolades than GG. T20 World Cup, Asia Cup and stellar Cricket World Cup and no test series lost. Also, CT core was of Dravid that GG reaped rewards. Oh.
Yeah, Ashish, you are, quoting Rohit Sharma here, huh?
yeah.
Okay, Mr. Tickolo is back. Nikhil sir, what experience GG has of test leadership? He was never part of the India test leadership group. Tactic comes from experience of test leadership. Fair, but you see, he was an accomplished test batter. Let's, give him credit for that. Plus, he captained Delhi in the red ball for a very long time.
Very.
Yeah, so it's not that he doesn't know that. But I'm really surprised that, that thought process he never had while he was captain here.
Exactly.
As well as when he played as a player.
Yeah.
I think this whole...
I don't know, maybe, see, that's why maybe, this... It's an overflow of so much of T20 information
cricket,
playing, and his coaching career came in
because
a lot
of
of
T20
success.
cricket,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
That's it.
That's taken him into this overdrive all-rounders. Again, you never really thought, let's be honest about GG at the start of it.
I didn't.
Exactly. Nobody would have thought that, the changes would be so sweeping, results be so radical, and the approach also changed radically.
Yeah.
Things have gone from, one end of the spectrum to the other. And looking at GG, for the test credentials he had, for the fact that we knew he loved his test cricket as well as a player, and you thought he'd also come from that mold, not like he came from that era where conventional cricket wasn't appreciated. He saw the highs of Indian cricket while playing test cricket the conventional way, but then you never really thought that things would change and this would be his way of playing test cricket as the coach,
or his way of playing cricket in general.
Yeah, something's got to have changed. Maybe, I don't know if it was that one season with the Kolkata Knight Riders, but I'm just trying to think, was there an over-reliance on the all-rounders at that time as well? There was There was a Russell. Harshit came good, but with the ball, he got to 17, 18 odd wickets.
He was a bowler. Don't count him as an all-rounder.
Exactly. Just trying to think otherwise. You had Stark that season. You had a Suyash, I think, but he was
You had
only.
Stark, you had Suyash. Oh, I'll leave Suyash. Let's go with the main ones. You had Stark, you had Vaibhav Arora, you had Harshit. These were your three pacers.
Yeah.
From the bowling side, you had Narayan.
Narayan, who was your only, let's say,
Spin bowling
all-rounder who had done really well that
Yeah.
season.
And then you had, You had Russell, who bowled. Spinners, Suyash was a bench option, Varun. So actually, you only had two all-rounders. Yeah, you had Ramandeep, you had Venkatesh, but neither of them ever really bowled much.
Yeah.
So you didn't. I don't understand where this comes from. That in international cricket, you need. Of course, see, you have to remember that in IPL you also have the benefit of the impact. So that nullified all-rounders a lot. So you needed to only play the certified all-rounders in the sense like a Narayan who can give you 4 overs, or Russell could give you 4 overs.
Yeah.
They want bits and pieces players. Right now, India also doesn't have the luxury of having those kind of all-rounders. We don't. That's a fact. So you're making do with bits and pieces, but it's not a great strategy. AJ17 says, GG tomorrow in the press conference. 13 साल में 2 बार चलता है.
Rohit had said that.
Yeah.
Rohit had said that after the New Zealand series loss.
Yeah.
But did he say 13 साल में?
13 years. Yeah. Correct.
Now it'll be 14.
Okay.
Steve Tickler again says, if you watch Ash's videos, he puts so much pressure on experience in leadership group with simple things like placing the short leg at a right angle position. Yeah. I mean, see, we know he has a great mind for the game, and sometimes he'll end up reading things which most people will not. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, Karun Nair's tweet, you point about, he has mentioned that
Ashwin's also quote tweeted it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the sense, you can get a feel from Ashwin's reactions all along that he kind of preempted that this is going to happen because he knew where the test team was going. As I said, it can't be a coincidence that he called time on his career
in the middle of a series
when he saw that players who were probably lesser bowlers than him were getting a chance to bat ahead of him because that white ball mentality was there where all-rounders were. So I think he knew where you are heading, and that's why his tweets sound like "I told you so" kind of.
Yeah.
And Karun Nair again.
That's the one there on your screen. In case you guys have missed out on.
No, we saw it, but as I said, this is something that will do him harm because it's BCCI doesn't.
I think at this point, I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
He knows he's out anyway.
He made some sort of comment last month as well, I remember.
He said that I was unfairly treated, I should have gotten more chances, I remember. In fact, to make it worse, by the way, is he the only international test triple centurion to have been treated in this manner? I think so. He's a 100 man.
Yeah, but the treatment started
long before.
When he got dropped after.
He got dropped after that, one test later.
England.
And then came back and then got dropped again.
England again.
We had to grind that hard and then, very unfair. Vishal says KL's batting dips when he captains. Maybe he's so tense about ODIs that it's crashing in tests too. Hope he remembers he's not the test captain.
Yeah, I've said that. Keep captaincy away from him.
He's not a captain.
See how he's flourished in the IPL.
Not a coincidence it happened after he was no longer captain.
Yep.
Pant is another one I don't see as a great captain.
Yeah, Shivam, we get headaches. We get headaches with that. Just leave it anywhere.
The factual criticism, I'm sure Venkat means, is awesome. Hope and wish Ajit watches our show lots of learnings, and he will know the hurt the real fan is going through today. Ajit, please.
What did he say?
He's saying link bench, sir.
Okay,
You guys can tag him.
Priyanshu is saying during Virat's test team, even the backups were red ball specialists like Bihari, Jayant Yadav, Mayank Agarwal, Abhinav Mukund. Sadly, nothing will change from tomorrow. Roko and then T20 World Cup. Good point by Priyanshu.
And then IPL, your biggest extravaganza of all time ever.
Yeah.
It'll happen,
Rookie Techie is saying 2 years ago, you guys were criticizing South Africa for prioritizing white ball format. Look at the selection style and
they have taken it seriously.
prioritizing South Africa leagues over New Zealand tour. They have taken it seriously. All Asian team losing at home. Teams now well equipped to win all teams are now well equipped to win in Asia. So yeah, to that point, Rookie Tech, you're right. We criticize them, not just us. The world criticized them for that casual approach where you literally were sending a B or a C team
to New Zealand
for a New Zealand tour and concentrating on your league. But they realize their folly and they've worked on that. Look at them now.
And they've made a very strong core side. The core side is very strong. It's very, very sorted. Everyone knows their roles and everyone pulls them off well.
I think what's also happened at the right time for South Africa cricket is that the young bunch of the next crop of players have really turned things up and are really coming good. Look at it, Tristan Stubbs. Rickelton's also come out of the SA20. I remember he was at one point one of the highest or second highest run scorer the season before, I think. And these guys are really peaking and they're doing exactly the job that they were expected to do. I think also has to do with high caliber players coming through South African cricket. Jansen is getting better with time, clearly.
Don't forget, Baby AB is also part of the squad. Dewald Brevis is part of the squad.
Yeah.
The fact that he couldn't play in itself tells you the kind of depth they have, that they don't need him.
Yeah, true. Venkat 89
We took that.
Yeah.
Nikhil Anand.
Nick Anand.
Nick Anand says that I feel this is the worst red ball Indian cricket team ever.
To that I say, Nick, you are wrong. I'll tell you why. Because this is actually not a red ball team.
Yeah,
You're playing a semi-wide ball team in red ball cricket.
Semi?
So in that sense, you are right. You're wrong. But in the other sense about it being one of the worst, yeah, because it is not a red ball team. That's why it's so bad.
I don't even call it semi.
No, because some are your test players. Bumrah will be in your test
Bumrah,
team.
yes, Jasprit, yes.
Siraj will be, Jaiswal will be, Rishabh Pant will be, Ravindra Jadeja will be.
That's 5.
Yeah.
That's a semi-test team.
KL perhaps as well. Yeah, see,
Basis
Even I think
there's one more
Joel is a test player.
I'll tell you what, with
He's
KL, I
short
think the
aside.
one other thing is, and this is where perhaps he's being looked at differently, is I think everyone knows that the decision makers also know that he was being made to bat up and down, even in that Australia series where he looked good at the start, first 2 matches, but then tapered off. I think you're looking at him differently than a Karun Nair because you've now made your mind on giving him time and a consolidated position right up top. This will no longer, and he is now going to be a senior statesman. He's not going to be under the shadows. Remember, you needed him in England as well. Testing conditions on a couple of occasions, you need him, and he looked one of your more short batters. At home, he's always struggled, and this perhaps is the second win that he's enjoying in his career, or he is, in fact, in the second innings of his career. You're just looking at him for a sustained run. With Karun, I think the fact that there was always so many players, and you don't want. One is, of course, KL Rahul. You know, he's batted right up top for you for a while now. There is Yashasvi, who's still young in his Test career. I think 25 matches now, 27. By the way, trivia for everyone. I think all matches that Yashasvi has played till now, I think, have been at different venues.
But there have been other players.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question. Who is the Indian cricketer, quiz question for all of you here. Indian cricketer who's played in most test venues at home in India? Most. You'll get one guess at that. Maximum amount of test venues at home he's played. And I can give you a
Hint. Go ahead.
Not hint of the player, but the figure. 16 different venues.
1-6.
1-6.
Ashwin?
100% right.
Yeah. Makes sense. He was always played mostly at home.
Not
so.
SRT.
No, I would have gone with SRT.
No, but I thought about it. At the time when SRT played, I think there were more
test centers.
Yeah,
Test
the
centers.
era of expansion coincided, I thought, with Ashwin's rise. So that was my logic.
Ashwin, it is. It is Ashwin.
Guys, it's Ashwin.
Yeah.
Steve Tickler again says that, Nick, do you think Virat retired because of these strategies? I'm sure he'd have felt helpless defending 200 runs on that SCG pitch with 2 fast bowlers.
No. I from what I gather, it's not because of this. Again, we have no reason to doubt what he said. He himself has said that age was catching up. He needs to spend more time at home. That could be a contributing factor. Let's give him that benefit of doubt. But also the fact that I know this for a fact that he wasn't very happy with how things happened after Australia, because I've said this before, he was spoken to about after, the second test when they lost, that maybe short term, because, they weren't sure about how long Rohit can play. They didn't see a immediate contender for a test captaincy. So I think there was a casual conversation that happened with Virat that you may have to take over in the interim as captain.
But
and he really was charged up and looking forward to it. But then by the time the tour ended, forget about captaincy, they had a conversation with him about his
batting,
future, that he's going to be judged now in England, and won't be an automatic selection if he does not get runs in England, and so many. I think all of that then just got to him and he said, let it go.
Also, there was so much talk, remember at that point, about rifts in the dressing room and divides in the dressing room. That was a dominant narrative at that point in time, and I remember everything. And
Who was that? Mr. What? Fix it.
Mr. Fix It, the Mr. Fix It.
Yeah.
There was a lot happening.
Plus, remember, soon after that, you took calls of family is not allowed on tour. I'm not saying that that's the only thing, but it sometimes feels like they're treating us as kids and coming up with so many rules, regulations. To hell with it.
I don't need to be doing this anymore.
Yeah.
I've given a lot of years of service to Indian cricket.
Yeah. I think that was it.
That whole Mr. Fix It thing, and by the way, the Mr. Fix It thing was implicating senior players the most. So at that point, I remember there were sections who were running with it being Rohit and Virat are potentially Mr. Fix It, or Virat is a Mr. Fix It. At that point in time, no one wants to be involved in that sort of
an environment.
Not at all. Steve Tigelow says it's a good exercise, but please create a parallel with who would have played under Virat and Shastri with the current resources we have in India versus this 11 play.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I can go for it. I don't mind.
Yeah. KL would have played. Yashasvi Jaiswal would have played. Number 3.
Sai wouldn't have played.
Yeah, I agree.
I think a Karun or maybe a Sarfaraz type player would have been there.
I think Karun may have been.
Karun may have played.
Or a DDP.
Yeah, could be a DDP.
Could be. But I think DDP. Karun, more runs. DDP.
Yeah, but DDP, but look, let's be fair. Even the Virat Kohli era, they used to pick players basis IPL form.
Yeah, true.
Also,
but at least you went with domestic records as well.
That duo was also infamous for not playing the same 11 in 2 consecutive matches.
Yeah.
Fair point.
So other than that, Nitish definitely wouldn't play.
Yeah, even I
Didn't offer you enough with the...
Definitely a fast bowler more would have played.
wouldn't have played.
Yeah, exactly. These two wouldn't have played. You would have had another pacer in place of Washington.
Prasidh.
Prasidh
may have played.
Yeah, if an Umesh and a...
He would have definitely played 3
Nishant,
fast bowlers.
He would have played 3 fast bowlers and 2 spinners. Maybe Washi could have played. Maybe. No.
But
with Jadeja there. Yeah. Jadeja, Kuldeep are your 2 spinners.
Yes.
Yeah, could be a
Who
Shami.
knows? Shami may have been playing. Good call.
Yeah, shake it like Shami. Could have been happening.
Shami could have played. Anyway, he impressed Ravi Shastri.
Oh, this is
Biryani.
Yeah.
No, not biryani, mutton.
Shami bhai would have been
Field ke liye bhi chodo.
Sarfaraz may have been playing.
Yeah, 100%. Could have very well been playing. As a pure batter, yes.
And he's typical down Ravi Shastri's alley kind of player. Ravi Shastri likes these.
Don't forget, even Kohli liked him a lot. He played for RCB in the IPL. Kohli also knows what he's capable of, surely. So I think, this would have been. And that you would have played for 5 bowlers. 5 bowlers, 6 batters. Your one all-rounder would have been Jaddu. 3 pacers, 1 pure spinner. Jaddu being your second spinner. That's the team you would have gone with.
Yeah.
That's what worked.
Mihir Chavan.
Rohit, a white ball and IPL superstar, had a first-class average of 60.78 at the time of his test debut with almost 5,000 runs. Won Mumbai 3 Ranji trophies. First-class record matters. Current IPL stars are subpar FC players. Rinku Singh would like a word with that, but otherwise I agree with you.
Mihir Chavan, exactly what we've been screaming from the rooftops.
Yeah.
For not now. You see our coverage from BGT, we kept saying, this is the wrong path you've taken in test match.
Specialist is a specialist.
In the longest format.
Simple. Even in ODIs.
Yeah, in ODIs, I still am okay. Yeah. In ODIs,
But
still
even
don't
I
mind.
say in ODI also now, you need like a proper all-rounder. You need a Hardik even then
Yeah,
you're
you
an
need a proper. If
Don't
Hardik and Jaddu are all-rounders,
don't
then I'm
manufacture.
good. Ha.
Don't manufacture. I think Washi might also work in ODI cricket
He-
because he's a good enough bat
And can plug the flow of runs.
So
That he can do.
those, yeah.
Plus, don't forget, also can bowl in the power plays.
He may not again be necessarily the wicket taking bowler, but he can stem the flow of runs.
He can give you 5 overs.
Ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
And
5
on a
economical
on a
overs.
helpful turning pitch, maybe 10 too,
Oh
depending.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think a Washi would be in the Akshar level type where
Yeah.
he can do a job.
Correct.
Is a Nitish that?
No.
He's not. Lagavan speaks, asks, is Gambhir the worst test coach ever? Worse than GC, i.e. Greg Chappell?
Under Greg Chappell, you won a test series in West Indies, and that West Indies had
Was good.
Brad Lara as its captain. And you won after 37 years. So that's an important series you won.
The time those 4-0s happened was it Duncan?
Yeah, that was Duncan Fletcher. Yeah, Greg Chappell was long gone by.
Yeah. Greg Chappell actually.
No, I was
Test
just confusing, getting
Test
confused
cricket
with
did
Gary and
have
him.
a disaster.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he the coach when they won in England also? Or had he gone by then?
No, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Under Dravid.
Ah,
Yeah, with Dravid's captain.
Yes.
He was the head coach, I think.
he would have been. Yeah, because no.
No, that was
He had
after the
just
World
gone,
Cup.
Just
Yeah,
after
yeah,
the World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah,
He
yeah.
went right after the World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup
But again, that was
early
the team that was pretty much built by him.
Yeah.
So you can say, okay, fine. I don't think his test coaching was that bad. Yeah, white ball was confounding. It's the opposite of Gigi.
Yeah. Selvan Perumal is saying live commentary is bad. I can't disagree with him.
And I'm sorry, watching the Ashes coverage now
Yeah, that
has
just
just
fails.
exposed how badly we lack with all our shore meters and all that
Sure, he
jazz.
does in IPL. Though.
No, they do it for international cricket too, I'm sure.
Huh? No.
I think the
matter.
most fun part of having audio up in India's test match is to listen to Rishabh Pant more than the.
That's the only good thing. Yeah. He's more entertaining than the commentary.
Shore meter.
Yeah, but my point is the same broadcaster.
Yeah.
They don't innovate anything.
What's
when it
to
comes
do with the arm flex, speed of the
arm speed, ball release speed,
number of
run-up
revs? Who cares?
transfer of weight from front foot to back foot while playing certain shots? Who needs that?
Bat in front of the pads, pad in front of the bat, contact point, release point.
Good banter. Not the kind of manufactured banter you get here.
But what we do have is
Today, there
Promos
was a
on reels.
moment. There was a moment in the test match where there's this lady was sleeping and they focused on her. And they did it once and then they kept doing it and the commentators also joined in. I just thought like, come on guys, allow her privacy. Older lady went out to sleep. Maybe had come with her family because I could see younger people. She may have been forced out of her and then she's sleeping. But the point, once it came, then again and again the broadcaster is going to it. Commentators also commenting. Then she woke up and was like, oh, finally she's woken up. Oh, she had to with so much. Just come on, man. If it was your mother or your aunt or whatever, would you have wanted that?
No.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Then that's the low-hanging
Absolute
fruit.
terrible. Yeah.
Low-hanging fruit. We've taken this one, Shivam.
Target audience. Target audience is saying they're not liking it.
See, Steve Tickler says the shore meter was there in India's ODIs when Rohit and Kohli were coming out to bat. There we go.
He'll come back. Yeah.
Of course. Now that's a home series. Oh, shore meters off the charts. Faraz Ahmad asks, do you guys think Jadeja's bowling has declined? Was poor in England and needs conducive conditions in India to make an impact. SA spinners bowled much slower. Will Sai Kishore ever get a look at? Sai Kishore is never getting a look at.
Faraz Ahmad, this is exactly what I said during the England series and I got so much hate I can't tell you.
His bowling has declined.
I didn't know there was bunch of Jadeja fans that
probably because
came
he
attacking.
was doing good with the bat.
Yes, but my point was exactly that I never have any doubt with him as a batter.
His bowling though has been subpar.
I think it was only in Oval where he got dismissed. Otherwise, second innings he was never getting out.
So he is an outstanding test batter, no doubt. But my point was only that if you have got a Kuldeep, I need wickets, no boss.
Yeah.
Flatter conditions. I was saying.
And he tends to, let's say, revert to mean when things aren't working out. He'll keep trying to fire it in.
And
Ball
I
will
don't
flow
want to
through
take
the air.
Sai Kishore's name because people will say he's biased. I've been screaming his name for I don't know how long.
I mean, Sai Kishore's doing well in domestic as well. So.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for very long, yeah. People were not playing. Chennai used to not play him in IPL. Look, Gujarat played him. See what he's done.
Correct.
Yeah.
They also underutilize him, yet he's good. I don't know. Maybe we look at cricket differently to what they do.
Yeah. Ricky Techie says, if you guys observed, all Western teams now are coming up with Desi players to defeat India in India. Ajaz, Sachin Ravindra, there's the Keshav Maharaj, Muthu Swami. But it isn't just the Desi players, Ricky Techie. Even the likes of Todd, what's his name? Murphy.
Todd Murphy, yeah.
Todd
Kuhneman.
Murphy, Matthew Kuhneman. Even Tom Hartley. They're as Videsi as they come. They were also troubling you.
He's forgotten Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali is technically of Pakistani descent, no?
But Desi player, no, like Asian players who know how to spin.
Shoaib Bashir.
Mr. Bashir's son.
Monty.
Monty Pane, sir.
Monty. Yeah, true.
And he was part of a series winning England side.
That's what I'm saying.
Monty Pane, sir.
Yeah.
And this one troubled us.
Mr. Steve Smith, Rattler himself.
In white ball, this one, Adil Rashid.
The big time. He always troubled you. I'll never forget that one ball he bowled to Kohli, ball of the century style.
Top of off.
Top of off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kohli's reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Shaurya Kumar says many players do not fit in Indian conditions versus foreign soils. It is evident that many to prove in domestic versus some are already selected without playing or making runs. Yeah, Shaurya. Exactly what we were discussing as well. Rohit says this is why Steve was Australia was a juggernaut east or west or south. They hammer the opposition. True.
And they backed their strength. And played Shane Warne because he could bowl.
Steve must be thinking, I had to toil so hard to beat that Indian team at home, and now what the fuss is all about is New Zealand's beating
Everyone is
South
doing
Africa. What was the fuss all about?
They termed it, they tagged it their final frontier.
Because that's how tough it was.
Yeah. And now, final frontier can be your first frontier. Come Ajaz Patel, come Mitchell Santner, come Glenn Phillips.
Yeah.
Please expose how average our batting is.
Yeah, if you're looking to revive your career and if you're a spinner, this is the time to be visiting India.
Come to India. टूटा है घर का घमंड.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do give that once we lose the series.
That's our thumbnail.
That's our
Sorted.
thumbnail. Chalo, on that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you so much for your company. Tomorrow is another day. Seems like it. There's a good chance that match spills over to day 5. I don't think it'll finish in day 4, considering where the test match is at the moment.
Can we leave our family members with any sort of a tip, a pro tip or something as to how you can, as a cricket fan, wake up with some sort of optimism?
I'm not going to be waking up with any optimism. So
Is there?
what can I tell them?
If you're a cricket fan, you'll wake up. Period.
And
Watch.
You wake up and wait for the next Ashes test.
Yeah. Wake up and watch all the content on Sports Today.
And wake up and watch the Ashes for sure. Real test cricket.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nandri, bye-bye.